God's blessings, people of hope. Well, I always sort of chuckle a little bit as I look back. The New Year's gets you nostalgic and you sort of check and remember what was and what is. And, a lot of times we drift back to what we did when we were kids. And I always have interesting memories of this time. I enjoyed swimming. It was a sport I really liked. I wasn't great at it, but I enjoyed it. But men's swim season started right after Thanksgiving, and your meets, where you could really score some points, started in January. So while other teams might have Christmas break off, we had what was called Deep Week, which stood for Coach Dennis's Extra Enthusiastic Practices. And we would meet first thing in the morning, and he'd work us hard in the weight room, and then we'd hit the water, and in 4-hour practices, we would just knock it out. And then we'd go out and we'd have a meal together afterwards. And we did that 5 days all through break. You were hurting at the end of it. But he had sort of this saying. He said at the very end of the day, you were allowed to quit as long as you showed up tomorrow. And it was just something that has stuck with me this whole time. I quit, but I'll see you tomorrow. As Christians, we're entering this new year. We only get to move one direction, and that's forward. And there are good days and there are bad days. There were days I was really proud of the work that I put in that week, and the miles that I swam and the weight that I lifted. And towards the end of the week, man, all I could think about was being done. I quit. But the trick was to be there tomorrow. As we make all these resolutions this time of year, and our spiritual life is no different. You know what? There are going to be times we don't get to our prayers. We don't get to our Bible study. We don't get to church. And you know what? That's not okay spiritually. But it is forgiven doctrinally by God. But what he does say is, okay, you quit, but I'll see you tomorrow. And I want to just encourage you. If you've gotten out of the habit of devotion, prayer, worship, all of those things, I want you just to step back and go, you know what, I quit, but I want to see God today. The amazing thing about being a Christian is you don't need to wait until tomorrow. You can pray now. You can get into the Word of God now. You can go online and catch a service now. Not the same as coming in on a Wednesday or a Sunday and being surrounded by God's people and receiving the sacrament of communion. But you have the ability, the gift, the blessing of today to say, yeah, I quit, but I'm going to do something different now. Why? Because God has said, I won't abandon you, I won't forsake you, I won't leave you. I am interested in where you're going more than I'm interested in where you've been. So, today, my friends, let's make a difference. You might have quit, but now is now. God blessing, my friends.